We were in my car, heading to the grocery store for pickles and barbecue sauce, when Trinette asked, "What's going on with Donovan?" Leave it to Trinette to get straight to the point. Her eyes were locked on mine as she waited. I focused on the road while I tried to think about my answer. He's just trying to adjust. Adjust? Girl, since when is Don an alcoholic? Already I was starting to regret her coming up to spend the 4th of July weekend with us. I knew he had issues, but it wasn't that bad. He's still having some troubles adjusting to being back at home. Some? Girl, your husband is a freaking lush. I ain't ever seen him drink like that before. I hate to say it, but he reminds me of his father. I knew what she was saying was true. Don's father had been an alcoholic who abused his kids until they had all found a way to escape. Donovan said it was because Brown had never gotten over his wife, Donovan's mother, being murdered in an alley on her way home from work. I always believed his illness ran deeper than that. The way he used to beat Donovan until he broke skin and then put him out of the house for days, there had to be some serious mental issues brewing. At one time, Donovan refused to drink because he was afraid he would end up just like Brown. Yet after Mimi was killed, he started drinking. However, it had never been this much. I tried to make excuses, even blamed it on the war, but no matter how I spun it, my husband drank way too much. He was depressed, and I read that alcohol only made it worse. I didn't know what to do, and had almost been tempted to call Trinette and cancel the trip, but I was so lonely and missed my girl so much that I couldn't do it. "He's going through a lot, Netta," I said, all nonchalant. "You told me that, but I had no idea it was this bad." I stopped my car at the light and took a deep breath. "Nikki, really, what's going on? Come on, it's me, Netta, you're talking to. Something is seriously wrong with Don." She was right. Everything she said was correct. I shook my head, then the tears started running down my face, and then I was bawling. "Oh, damn, pull over there." Trinette was patting my back and pointing to the curb ahead. I waited until the light changed, then went through the intersection and brought the car to a stop. "Now talk to me," she demanded. I don't know where to begin except to say that everything in my life is falling apart. I wake up every morning and never know what to expect. Some days he's that sweet, loving man who I married, and other days he's moody and cussing and accusing me of trying to leave him for another man. I just don't know how much more I can take. He sounds like Jekyll and Hyde. Trinette wagged her eyebrows, and I gave a sad chuckle. Well, at least she was still good for a laugh. "You're stupid. But you're right. That's exactly how he acts. I've been trying to be patient, but Netta..." I started shaking my head. "I'm ready to pack up Aiden and move in with my mother for a little while." Her hazel eyes got large with surprise. "Girl, now you know I have no patience when it comes to a man, so I'm the worst person to ask for advice. But you know I love me some Donovan, and the two of you have been through so much together. Have you tried going to church?" My head whipped around. "Church? Since when do you go to church?" I asked between sniffs. Don't tell me my best friend is losing her mind as well. She waved her hand at me. I don't go to church, but Mama's always talking about putting your problems in the Lord's hand, and whenever I try that, it actually works." I sniffed and took a moment to think about what she said. I would have never guessed in a million years that Trinette would encourage me to go back to church. I used to attend quite regularly when Big Mama was still alive. Donovan and I had even started going again after his first deployment and really got involved. But once Aiden was born and he was deployed, I just could never find the time. Now that he was back, church was no longer a part of our lives. Maybe Trinette was on to something. That's a good idea. How about we all go on